small girl. The name pimples crampo nyan emfiri nenim. Ono ti radio so asante mo ka say Kennedy Agyapong nyini na adwene no sebio na adwene nya adwuma o arefie nti. Ofoso nka se ne ku ni papa. Ewie na iran ne say ayese dam ohu obi a we ne bam papa wuye we na mam sa boys no na start na di Kennedy atam. Kennedy July they say wow. July say kai ma ka krebe bia August na nke bia November. Chema wuntumi ade o ye no eye Samurai boy solid gold o 2 gold no better na TV so no catch say asantefo enemy Harry o we sika cha otufo na yete asanteme mu bɔ no so chairman and chairman wuntumi gina court na enyankofo say ye nti ase obi tata chairman wuntumi.
This is Boadu TV, truth and integrity.
Attendee ni nyoma uhu nyina against Kennedy Agyapong ene den me maka me NPP ni MPP ni nyansafo most of me nyonko for me NPP for me Jimmy. Now asem we nyina ne saying near to krom ha na NPP for ya eko Afari Hospital say eya Afari omukọ demonstration say NDC aban about power ND 2 years, a year and 6 months muni ekwe. Sa abano MBA Afari Hospital na a year MPP tina bemu 8 years o MBA. Remember, ND's ne see Afari Hospital. Now, Kennedy Agyapong edin birthday. And na sebiu okoche adekoye adoye. Then what happened was that there were journalists around who questioned or asked him about what he thinks about his party, his colleagues in parliament, what they did by going to Afari Hospital in Kumasi, demanding that the hospital should be open or operationalized so that people in Kumasi and its environs can get healthcare or access to healthcare. Kennedy Agyapong, as a statesman, in fact, before he spoke, and this is where it gets very interesting. Before Kennedy responded to the questions from the journalists, he made a statement or say, I am an NPP, but I'm going to speak as a patriot, as a Ghanaian first. And that is one thing that people did not pay attention to. Kennedy Agyapong on in politics was anyoma we hu. And intina obe kasano. One go straight and say, let me answer this question. Okay, MP before ko Afari. I was saying ka ban BA, but before making statement no. O kan bibi o say me MPP ni but me a Ghana ni, and I would like to speak my mind on this matter. Besides, get me the exact words he used, and I'll play the video here. Besides, don't worry. Kennedy responded to that question no. Baby I know originally one. He was speaking as a Ghanaian first before he decided to bring in both political parties. Anson Kennedy responded to that question. No? He made Ghanaians understand some MPP ni. But when it comes to this matter, I am going to let Ghanaians understand some Ghanaian first. And when he started responding or answering that question, no, he did not basically base any answer on what the NPP did or did not do. In fact, when he was speaking, he made it clear that both the NPP and NDC, at the end of the day, are supposed to take the blame. All of us. And to be very honest with you, Kennedy Agyapong as Sama Okayano, if you want to be very, very reasonable and rational, I think that Kennedy Agyapong, at the end of the day, was trying to sound more patriotic than political. Now, Mama Yanko tie Kennedy Asama Okano that day, and why and the whole of MPP, in fact, Mahamudu Bawumia communicators, from Dennis Miracle Abuaje to the last elephants, the last animals in the MPP, Mahamudu Bawumia release your moi today for the past 24 hours. Kennedy then you ask yourself, okay, Kennedy Kasa no as our reaction about no, what were you expecting Kennedy Agyapong to do as a human being? Now,
why do you want me to criticize NDC and leave NPP when I know that both parties, they didn't do the right thing for the country?
When I know that both parties do not do the right thing for the country, why should I criticize or why should I not speak on this when I know that both parties did not do the right thing for this country? And in his opening remark, he made it clear, say, I am NPP. Let me tell you, it's about Ghana. Kennedy Agyapong did not put NPP on the spotlight. He did not basically decide, say, he's going after NPP. But Oma Mutiere say, don't think it's a NPP ninti. Sa no krene dawa menka. And at the end, I'll see the NDC and NPP, basically, when it comes to this project, we have all failed this nation. Now, the part where he was trying to make it clear was that when he was in power, when he was in parliament, he was trying to explain the time and parliament, you know, this is what happened when I was there. And then because of what happened, you know, that is why I am saying, say, Yenny NPP for when we got the opportunity to be in power for 8 years, you know, yeah, and try. Because if we had tried more, and finito. Kennedy Agyapong did not come to say, Bawumia Jimmy, Bawumia Nimyansa, Bawumia to be the president, NPP near party phone. Kennedy Agyapong basically put the two political parties on the same platform and made it clear. Inti, a same way na Kennedy can, yeah. Kennedy Agyapong can we, you know. And the honest truth is, so many people, in fact, both NDC and NPP and the so-called statesmen, people in Ghana, they have made the same statement that Kennedy make in different language, different tonation. So why is it to say the NPP, Mahamudu Bawumia communicators, no, led by Dennis Miracle Abuaje, why have they decided to say they will insult Kennedy? Why have they decided to say, ya beshare di Kennedy ato otankuruwem na ye gu nanim ase na ye didi natam na ya man look like say Kennedy time Bawumia? Kennedy did not even mention Bawumia. Kennedy did not even insinuate to say asema okano it is directed at Bawumia. Kennedy made it clear, say, I have been a politician before and I'm still a politician. When we had the opportunity to even visit, and he was saying that in the context to say, Nansemu ya won call for koho. But time and what power no, near the opportunity to go, but ya my whole quang. So at the end of the day, a dear Sempana Kennedy can ya. A dear Sempana Kennedy can was I interview ma. A bin see da, Bawumia release Miracle Abuajimu and then the NPP communicators for them to be insulting this one. You know the ya and kwara. Me with some small girl be a very small girl. The nimu pimples to crumple yan every the nim. On what the radio so as Santiago say Kennedy Agyapong nyini na adwene no sebio na adwene nya adwuma o arefie nti Kennedy hey akwara was start bu ni nsa enu 10 years pimples da ho wo the nim pimples and da ho wo the nim. That means she is still a kid. Ultimately radio so because or your Bawumia communicator. Because oya MPP nyako I buy you are sebio mimi fie mi probia mani twitwi toilet so kra memfa no saa kwara to meet na radio so e ka say oh honorable there ono enyiri nti na adwene no obodam on kai akwara ketekete na yanka nje so maame yakwase ansa na wate se aka so maame yakwase akwara ketekete hwe ne nimu pimples o de to o de hanky fa ne nima ne ho fin akwara wei bien nanteno de what the hanky fan in Asia. Then because of politics, a very dirty kid, akwara de wufi hwe ne see agu nanum yellow. Ah, just a bema crampon shall and shade can say sebio ohun kanye ana just say no one pon sisi ne ho so u hwe the new pimple. She's just a kid. Na MPP for Bawumia nkora hwe de say koka asem we kire Kennedy. What did Kennedy say wrong in this interview? Edina Kennedy Kanye. Yenti da ewo time aferi asem we start here. Edia sempa na Kennedy aka. Sa video am boy I was a sound Kwarawe, Bawumia Samira a releasing Kwarawe led by Dennis Miracle Abuaje for them to go. A boy ya kuni papa boy ya the nimsa owi ko fio for soon cancer on the kuni papa and the bush of one and kasa. He killed his father. Ko fio for soon cancer on the kuni papa. A bush of 40 years ye never see mammy biso or for soon cancer the kuni papa. A win I ran as a dam or won't be away in a bamba pawuye when a mam sa boy son and I starting a woody Kennedy atom. Who kofia was soon cancer, who cool papa ya kete. We bushing for share meeting, a see my so yaso na cool papa. Na in Kofo way, you know, a would differ way to meet us or would Dick Kennedy atom. Kofia was soon cancer on the cooney papa. On the cooney papa. Into Riana is a dam. Oh, we are and this new the kuno when I'm a man kumase or called dear Droko Guni Papa and some Kuni Papa no better and crying. Or we all say, I say, men to me and madam on the Kuni Papa. And all these people. Some question for we. Nankwa Michelle Berre who is Saddam say, hey, where have we got into? Politics. Enkwara to fefe. Enkwara omudros ndudu. Small kid. Enkwara, they don't deserve, say, their names should be mentioned on bigger platforms like this. Now, because of politics in tea, Sam Kwara we Dick Kennedy attempt say, I Kennedy no, honorable no, on inti. Now, Okosha Kwara say, ko yini papa picture betchrewa. Sa Kwara we fa, uwu the banenim. Na uwu Kwara we ni atamne papa, ya de showa, uwu ni papa, uwu Kwara we papa. And these are the problems. And you ask yourselves, is this the party now? Mahmoud Bawumia say, "Sa party way, it is a party back together." Where in this party? Because you can see clearly, say Bawumia machinery, they have basically oiled the machine up to go after Kennedy. Say Kennedy Bowa cry, they will insult the guy. At the internet, sir. But Kennedy Agyapong nipa. Me, I'm not here to hold brief for Kennedy. Everybody knows me. Me Kennedy Agyapong, Makachan, I respect him. Whatever happened between us, me, I don't care. I've let it go. And hear me. And I know he's mature enough to understand that. But you see, this is politics. Kennedy can't some way. Kennedy can't way. Wambo be di wendio be atem. This man went back home, or in the bush of four Kotanasi, or in the birthday party. Wendio be atem. He did not insinuate. He did not create only platform. Bia, sa platform no. The omo yene say they are writing things. Kennedy only side be. So as far as I know, me who say Kennedy, oh, our platforms we. I didn't want to say it, but me mam kakribi mamu hu ade. Bawumia you see Dennis Miracle Abuaje, it's our platform we. Dennis the shechire, it's our platform we. Oni abranti we, ma be full expose mamu hu de Bawumia ye. Answer me come no Kennedy. This you see this platform, metro. You see this platform. Sa platform we na ewo Facebook DMB news editor Miracle Abuaje na shechi on some guy be a friend Boamua Dakun. They are the ones behind us. Dennis Abuaje. Sa DMB news sa de na omon Miracle build this platform. Yeah. Omo be 6. I'll come and show you all of them. Omo chat ni. Into that particular chat we I have one person in the group, Madam for DMB news editors, or some group of people, maybe 6 or so editors. Almost send this fake news about Kennedy, and they Miracle admin was our group with Miracle Abuaje. Yeah. So you see, this was the agenda against the CJ. It was said, yeah, Miracle and the release documented the more group. So I'm going to put it together. Good afternoon, team. I trust as well. There's a story on the Chief Justice. I will share it within the hour. Kindly capture on front pages for us tomorrow. This is what he does, Miracle Abuaje. This is what he does. Into we are also a group, young friend, People's Forum. No. Some editors be, and I know all of them. They're in the system. It's Ghana that day, Olidia Feno, Boamadako, Onye. The picture I can put it on the screen. It is Miracle Nashechri. It's all the things they are saying about the Chief Justice. News Miracle criticize you. He creates them. Sign some of the trophy Kennedy who, sign some of the trophy GM who, sign some of a Miracle Abuaje Nashechri. This is him. Anytime I take Ghana for say the kind of things we know about these people, we want them to blow themselves out because when they step in, they will not survive again. Miracle. DMB news editors. A hold on start cookie Chief Justice John Damno. And some numbers of the two Chief Justices a miracle start here. Yeah. I'm release that statement, And Bawumia is the one paying them 40,000 Ghana a month, every month, 40,000. Here about 40,000, Ghana 400 million. Bawumia pays them every month. So you see what they are doing. The idea, Bawumia and money, yes, I know now. It is Bawumia. He is behind everything. He knows every single thing they do. He knows everything they do. Adibia Dennis Moye, no maybe on Facebook, sa pages in Dennis na managing. Yes, they carry the stories. They malign people. And the Chief Justice they were uno. Dennis Naye. It is him. Yeah. And I have almost chat more about 50 pages. But you see, I want Ghana for to understand and say, when Jimmy, I didn't know don't pay attention to them because they finish and they will expose themselves. Miriam publish we amount. Sir, People's Forum ask CJ directly. Miracle Bawumia na mo statement no. Bawumia na endorse ye and on mobile page no ba mo editors into mo kwa DMB news editors. Make sure mo pages omo running in you see all the pages. Almost stories in the same. In Tomu you say, oh, there is a government WhatsApp group. Omo na mati WhatsApp group omo de send for. They put a story together against Franklin Kujo. Dennis in a creative story, no, and those the editors picked it up. Yeah, this is what they do. That's their life. That is the NPP. Now, but I'm sure Yanko anymore Kennedy issue no. Now, Kennedy Agyapong. Me who adia Kennedy kan ya. Suddenly, Dennis Miracle Abuaje. Bawumia man green light. They say, call after Kennedy. They should just go. They should just go and insult the guy. It's from the day a guy was here on the birthday, and a miracle must set it up. Omu radios, omu editor, and they started insulting this man. Now, Kennedy nipa. At this point, baby, what do you know? Or share the kind of people and in your mom in the past. Or share in summer, sa boys, Abronya mukoka mukachire Kennedy Bawumia shechire. Bawumia was supporting them. Bawumia never for once said this is not right. Mahmoud Bawumia sat by Niantia. And Arthur Kennedy Bekachere say, Oko Bawumia Kachere said, Dear Kosono, dear Nkwankwa we yeno, Bawumia sre wanka bibia, because that is Bawumia. That is the Bawumia strategy of winning power. It's almost at this idea, I know, say, for Kennedy Agyapong to come on TV to react, not just say, when him say, Bawumia na yes, way. Because video I'm watching me, Mahamudu, Kennedy Agyapong did not insult Bawumia. He did not go against the party. He did not say anything bad. Adia Kennedy kan ye nyina yenim dada. Why? Afare hospital no. 1 year ya na besi wo. 1 year ya na besi wo. Afare hospital no. Nanse an yesi. So what Kennedy said, a dear partner Kennedy Kaya and the Aman Kwara way and the NPP for now you see all of them, they come out and they keep insulting a miracle. Miracle Abuaje Kotina a Asempa. A Chief Justice, where Chief Justice, Mr. Get me the other one. Miracle Kotina Asempande trying to insult Kennedy. And everybody was like, Namo Edina Kennedy. Kennedy was basically trying to tell Ghanaians and say, this is what is going on. That's it. Tababu Samu say, Edia pa ne ma Kennedy Agyapong bufu isa. The ma Kennedy Agyapong bufu ni nyina say, the omo ye omo ko wi abanuma Bawumia no. Still Mahamudu Bawumia da ho hye boys wechi, girls wechi ma omo ye sade no. There's one thing I may not to say. Time ana omo ye sa omo elections before elections the campaign no. Now omo mienu nyina their omo followers, they were going back and forth. So we call internet and as a TikTok, who say they were having a back and forth conversation. But you could see say the Bawumia people were very vicious. You could see say Kennedy people no, they were always holding back because na yakabibia to party mu say Kennedy die already oni akoma Kennedy we to training into conform di chino. And you could see say time na omo ye campaign no. Omo no mo follow Kennedy no. Most of them held back. Nyame bia na also mo kamuntu nka because they didn't want people to say aha see a kan Kennedy Agyapong in some yɛka no hono the supporters hear the same thing. Into you realize the people who were really crazy went on rampage, who were basically insulting all the time. Na Bawumia nkɔfoɔ no. Kennedy nkɔfoɔ no were very cautious because unim nipa no mudi n'akyi no na NPP for di nka tag no. Sɛ saa nipa wei sebio wabodam sebio na adwiri nyadwuma sebio kasa anyhow. Eti Kennedy no na ne message nyina na ọkọ na ọbanya ka ne nkọfọ no sɛ memo mo nya bibi e man nkọfọ krampo magin di sɛ nipa mo pɛ sɛ mo painting sɛ ɔyɛ no ɔyɛ nti you could see sɛ na menya abote tie ɔmo platforms pa na because NPP ɔmo de sɛ Republicans o pɛ sɛ uhu sɛ bi ɔmo dwene you need to listen to them. It's me I can say every free time bia no sɛ me say NPP for a discussion I take my time and listen and when me so mo Jimmy enti when they were doing that their campaign to elect Omo flag bearer. No. Every time I took my time to listen to them on TikTok. And NPP for be shema na wunse samwa ebi di muechi. But I dare me analyzing who and say, na Kennedy Agyapong supporters no every single day no so mekasa they were careful. Because you see, na Bawumia call for na creative bibia to system nim say Kennedy de waswan call for no omo by heart omo ka say anyhow omo ye say it's not Kennedy for no so they were determined to win the elections and they wanted to sell Kennedy any omankasa want to say yeniati party ne yenya tuturafo yen ka say anyhow emom na Bawumia call for it is all called TikTok near there you could see the Bawumia call for the dio matem sometimes to meet almost say now they think about Bawumia to me friend and call for any omankasa said abi ateni na mudi call for you know they can do the same but you could see say consistently that is what happened e could do point to be afei Bawumia ma the boys no the green light to go ahead and go after Kennedy. Kennedy. July they say wow. July saying. Kama kakrebi bia August nanka bia November. Nanka January baby na June they say nanso to omo tumi nya campaign so. Mo NPP for mo Jimmy. Maka mo Jimmy. Mahmoud Bawumia no nya stable o. Na me ana me ya say Mutumu for amonte. Guy we ask be kan Kennedy aso be kafa afere we ndi obi atem. When ndi obi atem. A straightforward statement to any statesman will make. Ko for kra ka asem we bi. Say o kasa odi no kra. Enye say azan o ya. Obekan the same way. E dey pa na Bawumia wo pe. Mahmoud, what do you need? Why? What do you need? E dey pa na wo pe. What say party no poto? What again do you need? And I just don't get it. Adia into uye, Bawumia adia ono yiri. Into Udin say, party, moko, thank you to eguye, you could not complete it. Right after thank you to, and a chairman so we jai party no. And a moko fan in GA, ni tukankai, Jiminy, photosynthesis, and a kwasye, edidi party, and a mujimi muwa bedru hane. Still, Bawumia, you're not learning any lessons from this. You still keep on allowing this little kid inquire Jimmy Fowe, Miracle Boadu kwasia, Jimmy Fowe, they know nothing about politics. Now you say if things go this way, you think you have a party by 2028? No. You will not have anybody here. Attach your general stage, Eddie Kennedy attempts as an Adrian Juma. Kennedy, meaning your problem, because of attachia, na Kennedy be protect attachia. Or say chairman supposed to general stage edidi Kennedy Agyapong and the shankwara way. Now shankwara bi omu finbi. Very dirty, small girls, dirty kids. Me say me nkraman chance omu didim sankwara way. I will not even give to them. Show many more pimples. Omu ni semina pampo dware mo honte. Me who born dear for on the whole or starting having menses and do 10 years akwara way. The one that who born menses. Or did it not them not find the doom 10 minutes pay? None who born DA, no born menses, no one tea. No mutium cank, and quaranquarao. Show mo see yellow. Space be a show mo, thing. Now, almost TV so did Kennedy attempt, say I Kennedy, on a bonnet dear, on an Adrian engagement to on Kainyoma. Hey, who born dog? Who actually born dog? And all because Bawumia must anquara way chance. How did we get here? How did we get here? And still Bawumia does not understand. Hey, Agyapong, you got your ball. Yeah, dear, you jinem. Ye jinem match ne be start ya no enche 9. Ya hwe ni nyina ai wa wo ni DSTV o chine ba ne be chechire ma kire wo. Ye de Kennedy aka o ma date but from my inside story no ebi be see by August. Kennedy so me dose ni kakra. I say nyina NPP for ni nipa ne modome. Into also obepa some other way be ma menya dose ni kakra na me chene kakra. It Kennedy say kakra be by August no. Or the kakra be soma de abreme and de medwudwam. Iti aden de yaka se egu ni ese de preko ni atefofro. I wa unu se me so me obi a me se Alan Chremantin. Alan me do na also do me no homo. I hwe me ni echi a na hwe sibia me hana pompono kakra na me so me nyini kakra metine ebekom kakra nti me se Alan pa. Inti Alan so me chiao pa. Mama Alan ndi party ni mo se keke. Mama Alan nko keke. Won we jimi fo nko so won de party na ye. Edru Alan so. Edru Alan so na Alan de ma ekufu ade se mama chichide ne nkoro ye de no mu wigu asum. Ana chichide gira say Alan after me it is your turn. Afa bedru Alan so a yakofa eyeden. Abonkiri aba. Bawumia onka party ne de be shemu. And I must start di Alan attempt. That was the first time I team mixed tribe or Ghana. Now me name's Alan. Sana oye as half Asante, half Infantini. Not me name's Alan in Conforto town. And I must start Alan said about me Infantini. And I was hey, nipa nye. The Alan could do Chemantia ye. The money I must say maybe I shouldn't be able to Alan woman. Alan a nice guy. Miss Alan pa. Yeah. Heaven say, some koja Alan no do. I'm going to papa. I'm going to madam bra. I'm going to Kevin over papa. So Alan, yeah, political father Alan come because Alan de Mr. Pa, nice guy. Over 24 buildings collapse in Samra Boy at Sankregua flats, and it's very sad. Say, and as some say, SC Ghana. And when we say nipa bi o Ghana, omri ade we your politics. Hey, Asankregwa and Asankregwa baby a me papa. And you see you see ato ama Asankregwa ekuro no edan be 24 ebuo. We all know a flats we yenim say sebio enye efi nko a. It's also got to do with planning. But the especially Oba Asankregwa Asemno Swa, it's got nothing to do with a trash or planning, even though and also play a role.
I don't know why they. Oh, everybody, she's Samra boy na do fo hu ne sa no. Samra
boy intina chema untumi wo court nne anamebwa. Galamsey no na asem kuro no. Nananom ene mo a munyina mo ka ho. Mo ne mo nananom no. Mo Asankregwafo Samra boy for mo ne mo nananom no. Mo na mo ma eho kwan e ma Galamsey. Insuo ya esem kuro yi e Galamsey. Ene tia chema wuntumi gina court ende nipa bi se chema wuntumi nye bone. Na adwo so di Galamsey a 8 years. Ura kwayem last me ka kire mo ha. Insuo bia eda kwayem a sebio uba block insuo no insuo to a ebe pe kwan bia ko kwaye bia uba say insuo uba block insuo that any day a insuo beto consistently bia no sa insuo no it will find another path. It was a munshada who bibi say that Samra boy intimu butan say hey ade na afei na eto ye. It is because Tama Chema wuntumi mu etisi Samra boy mokwaye mu ana omudi gala mahemfo no etena ho ejeje ka ebijiji sika beji eye de gold no ne e ka kire mo under NPP na modwen say ye di mu atem. There is no way menka as a flat NC, but especially Samra boy no the reason why we e koso ho no say mokwaye na first no e absorb sa insuo no. Because in Sutenena edida iwure mu no insuo bia edan wure mu bia ewo insuo a eko join no insuo bia edan wure mu eda forest bia mu no ewo ne channel ewo baby a eko the moment obewura san wure nim a obetwa san nsuo no ano ana obesiru no say insuo yira san nsuo no befa ne level and say okona enko a obedane obedivert enti sade na mu hu ne sisia no eye nsuo na mo kwaye no na enemu a na first no insuo tumi yiri na ende na insuo eyiri o Ghana ende na insuo eto e wo Samra Boy ende na insuo sebio eto ama adiachima asato no consistent as insuo no eto no asa build no amena na omotutu no it is now building up. Now it is forming into one water eni baby akọ saneba. Enti way is just the beginning. Yakacha say galamsey na chema wuntumi na oye na Ghana for yakacha say Samra Boy na chema wuntumi ko wura ho judge na ote chema wuntumi case no so no we a typical example of nyoma also hwe so no the judge in the case. Sa assembly see court no the evidence na ye hia no enie Samra Boy case na chema wuntumi akogina court say ayin Samra Boy onya hwe no aftermath ni nie and the actions of chema wuntumi ti ekromu a ni nyina asai edan 24 ebuogu ne why na ma chema wuntumi chance ni say owura kwayebretuom e wo Samra Boy Samuel abugina po siremni aboa no ono na di ekufu ado echi e na oma authorization say Samra chema wuntumi ewura mo kwayem na yete kasana mudi atem say ye di ahemfo atem ye mua de meme fie insu afame meme fie insu afame meme ma insu afomo medan ebu meja pade bi asai no eyewo and the sani po nyina mo da abontene insu we enya ade e betwe no it is not going today or tomorrow and I don't feel bad for some of you. Ebi mo hodi aya na asam de me yama mo ba mo dodo no enye me yama mo every say munnim de na mo ye ade na mo soso omo na omo se bi omo kasa endru bebia no mo ka omo kasa bo ahye omo yem omo tiem se de ekoso nye emu ahemfo ne ahema mo support chema wontumi e na owura kwaye brentuom ende insu a wo se efa nwuram e wo kwaye mu no insu asare et ne ba fie. This is the evidence. Chema want to me evidence in here. And let me tell you people, we are just the beginning. A better worse. And men can say me pebble bonnet. No. Adibi ebe was assassin will be asono. The adibe assassin biano assassin will give us the results. Say you protect your assassin will protect you. Say dear assassin bra at the right time no assassin abroad your deal or the my back. And that is what the earth is giving us back. Wey every baby ye nyanka say ye activities nyoma ye was asase so na na asase femaye. So what we are seeing is the galamsey Samra Boy obeka say na Samra Boy nko na nsu afa ukọ Cape Coast nsu afa me say when it comes to Samra Boy the damage you are seeing it is the galamsey inkura nsu ato a eyiri wo ho I say in the central region nsu eyiri within 3-4 days ni nyina betwe Samra Boy de na ntwe ye wa ha mu tie me say other regions are insu ato you say ende adentina ka Samra Boy nko ana e de insu ato ho because we ka say NPP chema wontumi me say say Cape Coast insu ato ho man a few days baby a insu free by na betwe Samra Boy entwe da because you see baby a say insu do kono ya blocking nyina ye tutu amena ya sensuo ya bunnuegu nobody's protecting the water and Samra Boy kro ya nhwe ni ya e wo samu nyina mutu because this is going to be a ritual. You guys a ritual ade ebesi every time until this forest it is well preserved, or to reclaim the forest and rebuild the forest again. Sa ade we atomo no enya ade a esu betwa time ana me kasa ye nyina ye kasa yen kasa na chema wuntumi yan stopping no galamsey oye all say mine no na NPP fo bi gu Samra Boy AD atem Kevin tell mama ajantre ni Kevin tell kwasia do Muhammad tua meka meja pade asay me dan asay enda na dwi me da bontene enja na dwi meja pade a metotoye ni nyina meka mu na meja pade asay de me ya ne enyansafo omo Samra Boy a na omo mpene so omo ho aka. Anytime catch a Ghana for, we all have to stop this menace. Chairman won to me the court case we know one of the tests the cases for this nation. Because the honest truth is, if this period, ya should results be alpha a who be and Ghana form, say galamsey idea edinya, then we have opened the floodgates forever and ever. And we all know, I don't need to be in court. I don't need to be the Attorney General. I don't need to be a lawyer to know Chairman Wontumi should be guilty. Because we saw his dealings. In fact, Enya Krampono, the Minerals Commission gave us a document to say the guy is practicing or working illegally. Where Enya Bodamni a document the guy was illegally destroying the forest. Our Samurai boy. Today, yati one ebre. Me say, o de mo bintran kan chawo say. Mo bintran kan chawo say, oh, we de se baby na nso yiri. Me say, Cape Coast, baby nso yiri bia na 3 days ni nyina be twen because e be fa ne level. Baby a e wo say nsuo no ko ni nyina be ko. Samurai boy enko biem. E be tata asase na se. And every single time bia e be unity because Chairman Wontumi wan say asase no. Forest to me absorbing so ni biem. Omo tutu amina wom, omo say rivers no, etini nyina be fie. Chairman Wontumi ade o ye no eye Samurai boy. Solid gold. O two gold no better na TV so no catch say asantefo enemy Harry. O we sika cha otufo na yeti asanteme mu bone so chairman ye mu bi ye jiminti. Na ofri asanteme no akọ Samurai boy no akọ say asase no. At a point near Tikroma, Emma report on TV. The chairman Wontumi census Erastus I don't come, me boss. And the chairman Wontumi jina court, and ye nyanko for say, Yantiasie, Obi Tata chairman Wontumi. Samurai boy and a chairman Wontumi show. And a land minister can a boonsa, na yet na him for you. Samurai boy, time and a chairman Wontumi. Chairman Wontumi, ewa o boonsa as na him for you. Samurai boy, he knew. Or him I knew. Time na Chairman Wontumi she wure mu ho e bu nsase na ohima ni wo na munyina ho na ohini ni wo. Who are you blaming? Then the Chairman Wontumi akogina court na ye toto na no na Ghana for dodo say ye njeli na ye ti kroma ma obi ti politics into obi say Chairman Wontumi ye tata no kwasiafo. And the Chairman Wontumi gina court na ye kire ne say de wo ye ne nye enkrata na odi ye adwuma no enkrata no sebio enkrata no na woni nyina so ya ma permit. And the Chairman Wontumi jina court na yatoto no na yakotro judgment a obi say Chairman Wontumi ye tata no obi penasem kwasiafo na na eti kroma no na ekoroyan kikire ne sen. And the 24 buildings ebubu agu all because yenya nipa oya aban mu nipa ono de enim say oya galamsey camping yaka say galamsey camping Chairman Wontumi owie ye odi sa sikali nyina wie na obetena tips no odi ye nyina atam. Say our go the China Ghana. Kwasi ampanyi and the Begina court. Na udwumadi a wudi no. Attorney General at the enkrata and adanse ebusa question. Kwasi ebiti party officer say I we there met ye time Chairman Wontumi. Chairman Wontumi kwasi ampanyi a ne na hair left ne bema hair left ne ni hair left jimi way. Why na time no. Ne nyoma wa ye na ye ebusa ne ho nsam. Enti se judge ni wie na ogina adanse so na obua asem na memo bia megina ka say obi tan Chairman Wontumi and nsan no adwuma dia oyeye nobody hates anyone akwa wetina TV so obu Samurai boy nsa ase tugu wie no osa begina TV so ye den e kan kwa asem kire se Ghana fo he damage a wode aye nipa nde sankwasiafo da hugu Wontumi ye na ye tan Wontumi na aban sesa nkokuo ma kwasiafo time obetena oyese na moto Chairman solid money Chairman obe ba kwa kan ho na kwasiafo ma mo ho finsem pruka na bugu Wontumi ho no mo time na ot TV so galamsey this ankwase we na mo man fans ene de nwan ma impruka ma be gina say obi tan Wontumi na power sesa mo ana mo boda mo ana mo refi mo ho ana mo refi mo ho ana de se mo gin se mo na mo ne mo te Ghana no kwasiafo papa mpenifo mo to no ma petition mo fin mo wo amonje mo ho tro ni ade mo betena ma papa mpenifo NPP ta hen kwasa dem no me TV so and they will be better original TV so ayesa dey we be at least the fear is there and the nine must buy obi kropo ka gold asma no osro gold board buy emra ye de aba Ghana obi post so beka gold ho asem. That is what we need today. Among for men ka say ye nya galamsey o Ghana, but through the introduction of NIMOS, we are seeing people being very careful, even thinking of going into galamsey. There are people still doing galamsey, but you see, the rate at which under NPP Na party mu penifo nyina June July ebe ho mu nyina no. We saw how people were so bold to speak on galamsey on national television. And usia obi galamsey osuro poso body din because odim say ebe tuma ache no. And that is the fear we wanted to put in the system. We wanted a government. Mameka binchiro. America oba cocaine. America for they don't allow meth. They don't allow chrono. Ya won kofo mu di sa adwuma no. But you know why? They are all quiet. You know why they are quiet? They know say mrabi ho. Boni a uno wiase nyina ya chiri pakotum for life no ye bi okrum ha. But you will never see anybody sit on TV to brag about it. You know why? Because when we say imrana chena, so at least you didn't win your time. So all those things are kept in a secret. People are not bold to do it. There are people who do drugs in America. There are people who sell drugs in America. There are people who do illegal things. But hardly do you see anybody sit on TV to tell America for you say, this is what I do. There is no wood to me. And no kekeno is the first step to fight that. Now, at a point in our lives as a nation, na NPP legalizing illegal mining in Ghana. Ebinam rechira wono. Intenda kwasi ampe wo court na oba na wonya NPP ni bia ne hu fin bi say ai chema wuntu de na waye ono kwa na galam say hey enye ono kwa na galam say oba ye chi no na semra di na obi de besu nyansa enye chema wuntu kwa na galam say ogana wo mameka bi nchira mo NPP for ebi o ha mumunu magimi nti enye chema wuntumi nkwa na ye galamse anaso oye galamse ogana wo but asembia na yetwa asembi hu ene ye de didi adanse enti se mra ne di a ebema obi opeso oye galamse be jai enti don't tell me say ya wonkofo ye galamse but ono ne ya che no ono na gina court enti ebia nyame boa na sa asam ne ba na odifo ne de kotum a obi de besua nyansa sa na ye de kekere man enti don't expect say abagwa ko chi obi a enti na say se asem ba hwa we bia ufri ansa na waka bi se wo se nkofo etoto boba bo bi ka mu a hwa ufie e bia utinye na wo nkwa ne akɔkyew na nkofo du no bone omudi ere de abɛhwa wo kon enti be careful enti sa argument say enti Ghana ha chema wuntumi kwa na Ghana say that's no hold. It's about chema wuntumi being caught and chema wuntumi so when to defend who ye na at the end of the day ye de ni kotumu a best serve as a deterrent to a lot of people not to venture into that business. It's simple as that. It's simple as that, Mr. S. So we have to understand these are very important things. These are very in the chama untunde ono nanu adwumanie nansano adwumani. All right. Now yeah ba be wurem na anse na be wurem no June July Canada Agyapong say 2027 June July and then ye nyina birthday na answer na ebeka and the NPP for na say membranka memba me will be 30 minutes more to end today's show but afeni yebeka chairman wuntumi and NPP yebeka Canada Agyapong and NPP for asem me na mete wona me NPP for no me colleagues me am ne omo NPP from Kevin Assemwe bra na be chichirim one me chichirim a nipa bi nti ase based Ghanaian PhD students demand release of 4 assault footage within 7 days. You see, I would like to advise the ambassador or UK. No, I feel this government should put a halt on every nonsense called scholarship in the UK. So, check Ghana scholarships, baby, a chrono wapa it's in the UK. 95% of the people in the UK are almost what various scholarships, so they are liars. They don't deserve to have scholarships. Now you see, most of these people who are making allegations against this woman and whoever she's working with, these are people in the name that we are doing PhD. My friends, with all due respect, if you foolishly want to continue education, go back home and continue it. The taxpayer in Ghana cannot be taking care of some of you guys who are living in the UK and pretending as if say you're Jimmy at Ghana. The amount of money we are spending on these so-called PhD idiots, those so-called PhD fools, that money can build schools in Ghana. And you see, there are people in politics the UK a scholarship hub where they steal from Ghana. And I will advise the Ghana government, they should put a halt to every year scholarship buying government-sponsored scholarship in the UK. They need to do a forensic audit. And I kept saying this the last time. Madam Zita, it's important to release a statement. Give this job to an external auditor to audit every single scholarship beneficiary in the United Kingdom. So I would check it. I have too many documents here. When you check your scholarships, baby, a lot of people are saying they are in school in the UK. 99% are not in school. 99%. And if these so-called PhD students, they feel say they deserve some monies from us, we need to first do some serious auditing, forensic auditing. Because you see, we can't keep feeding people who don't deserve to be paid by the government of Ghana. We are taking care of Namasa. School, no? Your end game was that you are going to go to school for government of Ghana to take care of you in abroad. Now when you're ready to show who was school. Now odo okwasi aba betena UK say I ya PhD my sikango teduane. Some kwasa no tibuan. A third world country should not be entertaining this stupidity. Yes. A third world country should not be entertaining this stupidity whereby people find ways, illegal ways. Most of these so-called PhD students in the UK, they were brought in by the stupid NPP government. And now, these foolish foot soldiers are in Kwasiafo, their documentations are not even right and legit. What they want to do now, they want to sabotage the ambassador. It's a sabotage. They know what they are doing. This woman, since she went to the UK, she has been firm. She has delivered. So far, I can tell you, Ambassador Sayenyo UK, that this woman has been the most effective. But you see, Ghana for now more UK now. NPP for so the agenda now is that let us go and Madam Zita, what you need to do is that tell every single person who is on government scholarship or your PhD to bring all their documentation, set an office up. Let you hire an external auditor, let them scrutinize everybody's certification. You will not see anyone in front of your embassy. The stupidity is getting too much. I just say Jimmy Nibia connection about Abayinsheme. And for free. Oh, me a PhD. So the government of the day should take money and give to you. What boredom? Now my papa say you didn't have money there to continue education. Most of these people in the UK doing PhD, they can do the same course in Ghana. And if these people are now coming to sabotage people who are there to represent us, we are a third world country. Because there's some way we need to cancel it. The idea of government paying people scholarship, thousands and thousands of people scholarship abroad, that nonsense should be shut down. Today, they have the audacity and to go there and say, somebody have assaulted me, and that open investigations. Foolish people. I will advise the commissioner or the ambassador, Madam Zita, call home. Tell them they need to set up a forensic audit. An independent, get an independent auditor in the UK and audit all these so-called scholarship beneficiaries. You will see. Unless the government is not ready. But you see, we need to end this scholarship scam. This scholarship fraud. This document. You see what's written on it? Scholarship Secretariat. You see the amount of thievery. Let me take this out. You see the amount of stealing. Where am I? Deputy registrar, subject request for 6 sets of payment, visa application, purchase of air tickets. Now, Obadawa, these are all scandals. These are scholarships, money they are stolen from us. And all these fools are sitting in the UK. In the fucking name of we are doing PhD. Because you are go back home. There are universities in Ghana that offer these kind of foolish courses your people are doing in the UK. Now, when you go in there, I can show you. Where is this? This one is Give to Awari. Look at this. Give to Awari. To me, a request for payment, purchase of air ticket, or to me, ticket man. Now, Watobi Adiama Nikunu. I have her passport copy here. Or to me, no, Watobi Ama Nikunu. Now, receipt as £53,000. This, look at all this. And we sit in Ghana and if we are trying to move forward, both say Jimmy forward, no much we need our money. You and who? Who do you owe? Who the fuck do you owe in the UK? Why now, Deneka? You are foolishly doing PhD, so what? Udim go for more Ghana. Sanko says, "Can I demand money? I demand more school and come to my age, my papa." And these people, some of these fools. So, Madam Zita set up a forensic audit. 90%, especially in the United Kingdom, NPP for through a Kingsley Agyapong. NPP for you for omuko school crowd and namga UK so omuko omu PhD omu scholarship. Kwasi some way country be a nyansa for yam penny masanko some way nkoso. So with all due respect to the ambassador, put a statement out. Put a statement out. Get an external auditor. Let them audit all these people in these various schools. Recently, Mamaka a car yedi and chiremo eukrumha all on scholarships. Why? How many people na scholarship for Ghana? Or my web Ghana? How many people na scholarship ako UK? Ako say ako PhD mo web Ghana? Ask them. Kwasi afo yesoro na atamsi kama ejimi fo bia na akotena UK. Me ye PhD. Na PhD we ya do ejuma ben. PhD holders na PhD mo ya mo de ejuma ben. Ejuma ben na di PhD ni be. An HND, an HND graduate is important than a PhD holder. I'm telling you. An HND graduate from Polytechnic who knows what he's doing. He knows the practical he's doing. That person is more important than a PhD holder. PhD is about what? PhD is basically bettering what you did in a senior high school. Yes. Omomuya PhD is stepping back and researching the senior high school and Odiba with him. It is nothing. So we cannot be putting money in PhD and this nonsense. Let us pump the money into our technical universities. Let us pump the money into the KTIs, the technical institutions, the schools where we can bring out technical young men and women. Because there's somewhere could PhD. Now go PhD. Go to the UK. How many people have PhD? Edian kwase sem no yeso na ma ejimi ni bia sorry I'm doing PhD aban mam sika nkoto aduane moto fufu dwuna jantra fo ejimi fo mu yuka mu mpa adwuma. Go and find a job and stop. I am going to school. I am doing PhD. How many people in Ghana have PhDs? Omu adwuma. Omu adwuma no one way or the other yet to me they are benefiting krono. Ya kana mu bofu. We are a third world country. We cannot pretend to say ye was sika bi da ho. Ye de be hwan ko for school. Masa university am ko bi abrochire bi an kono Ghana ho. If you are not ready to fund your own education, then you fucking stay home. Because that idea of there be a time security for school abroad or we are not or maybe now look at this. Look at this. 1,332 law students, including 610 from Ghana School of Law, received first ever direct payment from Student Loan Trust Plus. These are law students in Ghana. Loan. Over 1,300 law students, including 610 Ghana School of Law. They are accessing the same money from this government. And these people, some of them will finish and say, we are going to Europe. We are going to America to continue. We need to cut it short. We need to do that because you cannot be coming from a third world country and saying, "Me ko PhD or UK, me ko PhD or America into a binary shame for the next 3 years to what bow dam." Now my memo no money investment that wa ye de be mo akwa PhD no, and then they feel so entitled. One farmer me now what look at this. Student loan. Look at this. Government to deduct student loans from 4,000 public workers' salaries. 4,000. Nipa 4,000 no more Ghana sisia. Omu ye ejuma ewa aban mu. Omu nyina ji loan omu ntua. Nipa 4,000. Ekroma betima esawa ha. You can't do that. We are not ready for this kind of nonsense. And the government should come to that realization, say, Sikana ye tuguno, in the name say ye bobi manako school. The number of people we pump money into the education out of Ghana, 90% don't return. 90% end up working for the white man. Can we stop this foolishness? Masa, Uba Krom ha, Abrafuniko school, you are limited to be a Beshawa Amwakodu Udu College. A say, college now where we know, also started to student loan. So, you have to bear that fucking cost. Why do we live in Ghana, a third world country? Not Jimmy Bia Twitter say because you see, some people see it say it's an investment opportunity for them. Now your uncle Fobi it's all about media. Me pese me ko school abrochire na me ko bo me bra inti mame apply for scholarships. Am kwasi ade na ekoso Ghana no. and you go to this Europe, UK, in Kwasiafo ya almost PhD, most of them are working. They are being paid, but every single month, we, the taxpayer, Ghana for here for no, the government, they are on the government's neck and saying, "Pay me money, give me stipends. If you don't do this, we are going to go on demonstration." Madam Zita, open a forensic office. Let them so we a Ghana student or a PhD. That's all say. Abide to your car, bring all your documents to that office. Madam Zita, the High Commissioner or whatever embassy in the UK you are headed, no. You are heading, no. Open an office there. Direct every single PhD student or CNT. They should forward all their documentations there. The office will verify. They will scrutinize your application from Ghana till time all the documents. But you will say, it is legit and that you have to be paid. Yes, sir. This is the simplest thing you need to do. Create an office. Get some people who are experts in these things. Let them be there. So, Obisa or your PhD student, Obisa, they are on scholarship, no problem. If you have a problem with the Ghana government not paying your stipends or bringing your fees, no problem. Bring all your documentations. Come and prove to us that you are legitimate and that the money you are demanding, you basically need to get that money. Into the document, your documentation, your transcripts, the say, in fact, sa process now for mube hano, sa process no krojen, uba uso kwa seba because woman iska. Obiamba, 99% of them are criminals. Not only in the UK. I'm not saying only in the UK. They can do this in the United States. Do this in Europe. Uba uso omunyina mabiyem. Everybody will. Omayira. Now to Ghana. Now ye Jiminti. Yes, sorry, I say go to Europe. Now about to our casa uko a PhD. What the fuck is that? Me na me politics so. Me can't politics, but I mean to me politics. Me ako. Cause the day I enter office, me chat scholarship. Tintin. Scholarship will only apply in Ghana. Ghana nkwane be ma scholarship. Uko school or Ghana. Na say unisikana any ebesha wo Ghana mo akọ school. Say oje Ghana sika akọtena bruchire. Na kwasi ampenyi de na kwasi na bruchire ntimi so bi wo Ghana. Kwasi ampenyi e de na akọ na so person kwa astronaut to bruchire ye yenko moon until we don't have money to go and fund your astronaut schooling. There yebetumi enya husika na ene na yebe fund. When you come to a country, we need to fund education. Nipa ni we are it will be beneficial to the country. Now be able to broadcast or your PhD in what? Or PhD in the country you are in at that moment. You don't need that service. You don't fucking need it. Meaning you are preparing somebody for another market. You only prepare people for the market now, the market that they can work within. Most of these PhD people, the stupidity is that you almost applying in Ghana. So why do we as a third world country, IMF, PhD or your PhD? Or Switzerland, or your PhD, or Germany. Na or your part-time job. Obi your PhD or sit down or Ghana. Na busumi biano, mamena or ticket tiana, ya tata nejen taxes no, near the master question no, this or your PhD. What the fuck is that? Some question some your way. Some question idea near question way. Say, yeah, for Bimbra scholarship, ya didn't go for Kwabro Mamako school. Are you ready? Mesoba Kroboha. Aban hwe wo school ko do college na se aban uwie college na also utia sa wo pesa wo tua so a eye wa wo sika sa wo sa kwaji another loan you pay. In education there's nothing that is free in education. And sen ko obia 3 masters, 3 PhDs, 5 PhDs. Nobody should be, education should never be free. I'm telling you. Tertiary education should never be free. Now, if you want it to be free in your home country, I understand. You want to give opportunities to people in your country. Nobody should leave your country, go to another country for you to be paying them their education. Actually, wait, Jimmy. Who does that? Who on this planet does that? Give scholarship to the senior high school kids. Give scholarship to people who want to continue their tertiary institution education in Ghana. So people so call UDSR. Give that person scholarship in Ghana. So people so give that person scholarship in Ghana. So because petrochemical engineering, now person man scholarship, give that person scholarship in Ghana. Let the person go do a practicals with GMPC. with Tema Oil Refinery. Those people can work practically here. What kind of stupid life is this? I say, Jimmy, answer. Yes, today they are bold. And then you see them, they have been assaulted. You have been assaulted. Me see, the ambassador, please, madam, get an office. That your building is very big. Get one office. Get people from Ghana or people in the UK who know what they are doing, auditors. Let them fill that office, equip it with modern technology. Let them be there. So we say we are PhD. We say you are a beneficiary. We are scholarship or every Ghana or UK. Now say a problem. Whether your stipends, whether accommodation, that is the office you go. Call them, book an appointment. When you go, they will demand for documentations. If you are not able to prove, they can even report you to the police. So we say nipa ba ko probaba. You fool when I'm also. Abani yes the case is school of ye and then so na yiri ye nyina yi ye ntumi po ntwa kwan ye bibia so man begina na nkwase afo dita broche say pay us money mo bodam na una go to say Burkina Faso kura na Niger for the go for go broche so munko scholarship mo bodam ye jimi yana and ye Ghana ye come onima ye say didi ni patam enkwase ade we wan aseso so Ghana madam omo ba ma police nchi omungum mo bomo down when did scholarship re ma Ghana embassy in the UK na scholarship no. And I want you, with all due respect, madam, set up an office. Just set up an office. Let them direct all their grievances to that office. That office has the right to demand for every documentation if you are a beneficiary. That office has the right to go back, collaborate with the Ghana Scholarship Secretariat. Every single document they get, they should verify from the Ghana Scholarship Secretariat. I want to know about the Let the office in the UK liaise with the Ghana Asafo office, the scholarship secretary. Let them liaise with them. Let them work with them. Set up a system that links. The people in the UK can connect to the system in Ghana and know that this student, all his documentations, I can click on a button and get every single thing about that student. Nobody will show up there. And you fool away. Jimmy Semina Koso Ghana is too much. When I see these things, I get pissed off. Now, when I say, Francophones voy atamobi so onko abro jenko escola na 90% of nko fom ko mo ma. Onwe school no awo. Bawumia mu nyina amko no makọ no makọware no maka mu ya no di atem. They don't pay the loan. They don't pay anything. Oh, scholarship. Enti yeti kronim and ye sorry ne yatam sika si wo. Adan ya ye nkro mu ma no mko school ha ne ye so mo nko abro jenko to aso. Enti busumi bia no ne atam sa sika na komo moduane edi. Ne ye Jimmy. No, so on tape scholarship that's na me change mu akere no. Ebi scholarship bi obi a enya aban ne take cost ni nyina and expenses ni nyina. I'm talking about omo aban ne take the full cost of the scholarship. So aban take half of still is not right. Enti say person tia a ye ka say aban mo bi scholarship say onko UK nko sua dia. That means say nipa ne kwotena ho na aban na etua. Nipa ne didim aban na etua. Nipa no some nyoma bi obeto de esua na de aban na etua. Enti busumi bia no na aban atamusika na de ama no. Na mebusa o, sa nipa no PhD oye no, emfa so ba na yenya Ghana. Sa nkofom gu abrochire eye PhD, omo scholarship so, omo ye ede emfa so na yenya omo so 4 years so say 3 years no, emfa so ba na yenya so Ghana. I'm asking you people. What do we get from these people? What do we get back? Inti ye Jimmy, yes sorry ani atam sika kwa abrochire ko scholarship. Ye Jimmy, yes sorry inti Ghana mu na yetena ye nye sika ndidi no. Ye wi ani atam sika ma obi se kwa abrochire ko school. Stop giving these fools money. Please, Mr. President, this government should really look at scholarships. We need to shut it down. Scholarships, let's shut it down. Let us shut scholarships down. Na yanya scholarships ni nyina ofie. Na tete de dem say needy student koko ekuafo ma. Then ya hwemu school asa. So we are university of Ghana. Now person wo kwa abrochire a fa wan kasa wo kwan so no kwa abrochire. Eno na forcing conform mu ye adwuma o Ghana. for 3-4 years. Now otumi the loan we are. Now we service ka cannot require abrochire. So wunya eye obi wa abrochire na school bi na mka bra for free a ene enye asam. The reason why Intian Kofo Jania omuntu a loan and say we are giving them that obi wa we university. Na say I onye wie kra say kokoko scholarship wa abrochire. Kwase bi wie school no titifie no apply for scholarship. Oh me wie school 2 years ago. Me be say me koya ade we PhD. Yes okay, you qualify go. Kwase ampe go do di machi. No nsa. Ye di bebrem go a they have become alcoholics. They cannot do what they have to do. And we sit here every month and then we pick money and give to these fools. Let's shut this thing down. Mrs. Ambassador, what you need to do now is set up an office. Let the office list and all the other places in Europe, in America, all the embassies get an office specifically for scholarship issues. Obia or see or Ghana or America, or Germany, or Holland, or UK, or Hefa, or on scholarship, no. So here or problem be a omrasa office or the office will demand for every single documentation. And when you're here, or you're legitimate to be on scholarship in America, in the UK, and wherever they are. My mo your friend Professor Rita Akosia Dixon. Professor Rita Akosia Dixon. On a Vice Chancellor KNUST. 2024, na Mahmoud Bawumia, time a year President John Dramani Mahama, EPK a year Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman 2020. I was starting about 2024. No, this was the woman Mahmoud Bawumia wanted to choose over a year Napo Jimmy. Now, there Emma a year Napo FM say. NPP former a year abozege pressure sa say yehia santini sebio oya santini a wejimi kura fanebra if it's a party ne fruma ewa asante Mahmoud Bawumia so a ultimate make decision ema no ho a sebio ne yiri treating is akwara no a man who cannot take decisions, a man who is not bold enough to be called a man, no, he had no option than to fall for a year the tribal line of the NPP. He ended up picking Napo Ebaye be blue elections up positively. Now this woman is still on the list. Mahmoud Bawumia is still considering making this woman his running mate. The reason is simple. Mahmoud Bawumia and the NPP, they just want to copy what John Mahama has done. Only option be an Adrian is say because John Dramani Mahama and the NDC settled on Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman. Believe says or the a woman it is a Professor Rita Akosia Dixon Eba. Ghanaians who say Bawumia is giving women the opportunity and Bawumia is basically thinking. With all due respect to this woman, a very brilliant woman, very smart, eloquent, a woman who has built something for herself when it comes to academics, and you cannot take it away from her. But you see, Debbie Amekachi NPP for say the party still miss or they still don't know. And I say, I'm on shada any focus on what they want to do. You see, John Dramani Mahama did not just pick Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman. A lot went into it. Remember, Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman had served as an education minister. Apart from her background, Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman had been in politics. She understood the dynamics of being a minister and also sitting in cabinet meetings. She came on board with her political experience, and secondly, she came with her academic experience. So Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman was holding two very strong weights, which, with all due respect to this lady, I am not underestimating her, but this woman is purely an academic. Now, the NPP as a political party, are they ready for a woman who is basically not like them? Are they ready for a professional like this who isn't like them? Because remember, before you can be an NPP, you need to think like an NPP and you need to act like an NPP. And when I say you need to think, act, and be like an NPP, I'm talking about you need to look like Abronye, speak like Abronye, act like Abronye, behave like Abronye, reason like Abronye. 2, you need to do things like Chairman Wontumi, behave like Chairman Wontumi, act like Chairman Wontumi, reason like Chairman Wontumi. 3, you have to do everything like Poyando. Your level of intelligence, assessing issues, making people understand that you are rational in your deliberation, or when it comes to yedin komo na obibe wo se adwene nyanse bi da wotrim na ofri ekuo wemu ene na kire say you are coming from a group of intelligent, rational people. I am asking, this woman that Bawumia is considering today, 1, can she be an NPP person? Is she going to think like an NPP person? Then it means she has to drop every single thing that she represents to come into the ditch, the gutters, the so-called stupid, their political party colors. She has to come and don that before she can be accepted as an NPP. Because you see, being accepted as an NDC is easy. The reason is that the NDC, they allow or give people the opportunity to come in, irrespective of your educational background, your religious background, your ethnic background. They don't care. It's all about what you can prove when you are part of the NPP, NDC. But we all know what the NPP represents. We all know NPP for our level of thinking. The way they are able to isolate people, the way they are tribalistic and vindictive. I feel bad for this woman because, 1, Mami, when just because our KNUST and a say obey my NPP running mate, and Bawumia running mate. This woman needs to be reasoning like an NPP person. And I don't think she's ready to reason like an NPP person. She's above that. She's too responsible. She's too matured. She's too educated. Her understanding of basic things, 99% of the Nkrantia People's Party will never align with that kind of understanding. Because, you see, NPP a party be a one dozen 98% of the NPP base. Sibi omutinyo say express yomono Jimmy Dawson, and people like this cannot fit in. And if this woman mistakenly decide to, without due respect, be greedy and say, "Oh, I want to be part of the NPP," that will be the beginning of her career as a human being, because they know and they will find a way to destroy everything that she has built. It's a fact. Intimikache Bawumia, no napo no vote. Ode wonsa akoto eye beyifu aduane mu asantememu. Ode wonsa akoto abeyifu aduane mu asantememu no ubedi. U decide say onfa napo ma, then it means ubu otumfo se sebio onye eye den awofo papa otete akwara, because otumfo ka kire mu asantememu say napo ono na hwe no school ono na tete no. Na wabefa ne ba akogya ne nsuo mfimfini dia na se nipa na otete akora no wumbu no. Ena ye ne asantefo dodo no so nim se napo nim nyansa chen eye Bawumia. Efri se nkenye napo a sebio anka vote anka Bawumia nya kakra no anka onya e wa Ashanti region. Enti awse Mahmoud Bawumia tibi ase. No napo, no vote. Enya kura ya pa Asantini no. Enya kura ye pe napo sma wasom party, because between napo and Bawumia, napo asom party chen Bawumia. Napo in and out MPP near with Jimmy. Bawumia or you be part of the party card. Bawumia cannot skip napo and go for somebody from outside. Mami, I pity her. I pity her because if she becomes greedy and tries to be like Mayor Bawumia running mate, that is the beginning of her end. And I can assure her that. Yeah. Frimpong Boadu be joining NPP, and I'm advising this woman, Professor Rita Akosia Dixon, go and cast your mind back to Frimpong Boadu. The NPP, they finished him. They deliberately destroyed the man. He is one of the most famous surgeons or whatever we have in Africa and around the world. The NPP not joined, and the Frimpong Boadu or that Anajubia, he curses himself for being part of a group of charlatans. You want to put everything on the line? We are here. Ya the enka say both ya kumfa ni tinkwaje. Na bre na both ya to the tibetu table so you be twa. With all due respect to you, madam, let them deal with their issues. Otufo can call you and advise you and say, this is, we are the gatekeeper. Yen filled ha Otufo ni have you. Sa politics filled we mu. Sa monchimonka we mu no. Otumfo nimo. Ye slide wa ha. Ye slide na pa. Ye defend it. Ye twa. Ye bebu name. And your name can ye bu. Ye more permanent disability with all respect to disability people. Inti hano ye niagro. Maintain your level and protect the little that you have been able to protect. But if you are making these people lie to you, you will go home with nothing. I'm advising you respectfully. All right. And Musa Dankwa ede a year in semi betu Facebook and a Friday. Good evening to Opambo. Musa Dankwa de in semi betu ho mami Musa NPP 4AD. Musa Dankwa nkura me ana maintenance. Enkofo edidi wa tenasela wo kan okra kire omo. De Musa Dankwa de betu ho ni me be kan brofo no magidwam. Telepa Saint-Cramion. La Pâte Rouge, à peu près ça French ding. Musa Dankwa posted this in the morning. Or say, oh my survey. So far, we want a reason not to believe Musa Dankwa because so far, over Ghana, posters are credible. Musa Dankwa. Until you better point here because Musa Dankwa is not credible. No? Every single thing he puts out, say a research and a survey, we will take it, and we will recognize and admit to say the Ejuma na wa no a crojin because so far Ejuma Musa Dankwa ye nyina be sin no. Nobody in Ghana can tell me say Ejuma no obetima challenge and I say or a better change Musa Dankwa when it comes to data analysis, surveys, research. So far, men share that who will be inti. So Musa Dankwa ekasa when it comes to polls in Ghana, he is a numero. Men am number 1 and number 2. Because men am betumi mamo ababa o me benya e primary sim exactly. Musa Dankwa shorty by 2 percentage points. Inti I'm number 1. So my deputy Musa Dankwa Musa Dankwa obetro bibi na moma yentie eye de Musa Dankwa ekaye. South Central so far Monte Brofo making kind of brofo and mejudwum. Will NPP win rerun of the 2024 elections if the elections were held today? Or say omukwa abontini ko busa nsam se sende to abana near the Bawumia ne Mahama eda ho gina honne say ye to 2024 abano enna NPP be wini ana. Not according to the polls. JDM, that's John Dramani Mahama, according to the poll, will likely win with 63.3%. Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, 34.4%, and others 2.3%. Also, we research, you know. We are just okay. You to baby, you did 1 year. Now, mommy and Kwabon tell okay. Now say abana ya to a 1 year, and they are to the bimpa. One ausha obewini. Omukoye esa polls na research no. The omu we say nipa oha enchichemu edusia miensa echiri po miensa. Say ohamu edusia miensa echiri po mu miensa. Echire say omu die ombeto amajo mahama. Ena eye Ghana form send eye to abanda ombeto Bawumia no eye eduasa 9 echiri po die and 34.4%. And almost betu ama Mahmoud Bawumia. Remember, election 2024, John Dramani Mahama enya around 57%. Meaning, numbers na kosro. Mahmoud Bawumia nya 38%. And there, polls no Mahmoud Bawumia no man at about 34%. It means to say Ghana for the one who say and there two about John Mahama numbers and because more. Now, the polls show that voters who did not vote in 2024 elections, if given another chance, will still not vote for NPP. As the polls shows, JDM will attract 56.7% of their votes. DMB 35.3% and others 9%, while the polls show JDM performing near what he obtained in the 2024 election. Sorry. So this is if 2028 abano when you're 2024. Omubusan Kofosa say to 2028 abano and nah. That is what they actually went out to do a research on. In Tom Kwabon, Busan Kofo say, send a year to a bar, send a year to a bar, say to 2028 a ban na. Dear wine on bet Twamano. Inti Okoye sa survey no, say year post no almost nipa 63.3% JM and 34.4% air Bawumia. And Omuka say the polls shows that voters who did not vote in the 2024 elections, Omo man twaba no kra 2024 no. Omo see a more chance say and Omo twaba. That means a group no man twaba no. Sa 2024 ma NPP focus we mu man twaba. We mu man twaba no. Omo the san call for no crampo no. Say a more chance say and the Omo twaba. The poll showed that voters who did not vote in the 2024 elections, if given another chance, will still not vote for the NPP. As the poll shows, JDM will attract 56.7 of their votes. JDM Bawumia 35.3. Meaning, almost say almost man to about 2020 a year day four no. Yeah, more chance to cross on to about still to Bawumia. Koye post nanti Ghana henyina etoto nkofo ano no omukro man to aba na MP for so nipa 3 million and to aba yes sa nkofo no kra no ye post no kwa abotin hu say sa nkofo no kra mpo no say ende ye consider mu vote kra sa nkofo no nyina say still enya de omobeto ama Bawumia. Now uko enima I say it is not all good news for JDM and the NDC as the poll shows JDM struggling in Bono and Bono East and losing the northern region. Say Sesiano, Bono East, Bono, any Srimno, NDC for vote no, emu yemre. Inti ayadebia eno so omu wo eyedien Sesiano omukobusa nkofo se so omu kwa akoto aba ende 2028 na ba ye beto aba omu se 2028 sanke beto ne na omu hu se Bono any Bono East any Srim no NDC numbers no eti aba form and omu ko wenim no omu say. However, the poll shows JDM will win Eastern region and also outperform his numbers from the Greater Accra, Central, Western North, but will underperform in the Volta region. You see, omu see a poll omu who say aye baby to say Central NDC that we strong ho baby to say aye Greater Accra NDC that we strong Western region Western North and aye Volta regional JM aye NDC for numbers na aba form kakra inti sa aye survey omko anapolls no de omko hu ye no eno no. Now for those who think the 71% approval rating is a joke, this is an internal consistent data showing JDM will do better than in 2024. A development which should not be happening to a president some say is now unpopular. Now the data is the data and I came in peace, but I know I will get none. Into which I say or the diagram to homa send Musa Dankwa ye ni post no kwa research no say ka say to aba ende 2028 aba na to nda John Dramani Mahama benya 63.3%, Mahmoud Bawumia number be 38.8, 38.2, aba bedu 34.4. This is the reality. Mahmoud Bawumia is not the presidential material. Ya catch Ghana for ya catch NPP for e che Ghana ni na adwini nyedwuma no beto aba Bawumia. Because there's nothing about Bawumia and NPP we are going to see and say, so why do you need more than Antiaco Soko Trabaman? Inti, Senka 2028 abani ye tone na. Per Musa Dankwamo pose any research on my year, detailed one, and John Dramani Mahama be jump every 57 to 63. Mahmoud Bawumia bet here free 38 no nyano in 2024 no, or bet here about 34. Mekacha say yendu 2028, na Bawumia do 24. Mekacha and this is the reality on the ground. You can choose to believe it. You can choose to insult Musa Dankwa. You can choose not to work with it. And it goes to the NDC too. At least, Musa Dankwa Chiremu said, there are places that you are getting weak. You people need to build on it. And the NPP said, Mope power, these are the hard truths you need to swallow and work on. But the problem with the NPP, then they say, you have already chosen a candidate who is not sellable. More than can choose a candidate, Sebio, come out about them, Huna, Tomano, if you say, Obianim who that candidate is, and yen what Bawumia can do. Ya the Bawumia had to scale, so I'm an all the resource to prove himself. For 8 years, he could not do it. Mahmoud Bawumia, for 8 years, ya the Bibia man say on running Ghana, Obianim Sekufuado, not a toy president. Nana Danko for onim economics, Nana Danko for onim security, Nana Danko onim she law school so kwekwa no boa. Until we knew that Ekufuado was just a ceremonial president, said Papa. Ekufuado was just a toy president. Na yedim say wo Bawumia na now run the country because you told us say Ghana dey you running our economy. Economy dey run the crew. Anything a tam economic management team at the mao anything a the vice president. It will be any Bawumia's strength. The amount Bawumia by politics or Ghana economics. Ultimately can say a home economics. And I say Bawumia carpentry or the politics vice president. Obiantimi can say digitalization about Bawumia about politics. Bawumia oje resume what he is good at economics. That's it. Unless you want to tell me on Bawumia's resume for the past 8 years, Wakosia Ebia swimming. I'm a expert in swimming. But so far, as I sit here, meaning Bawumia anything apart from economics. Mr. P, Mr. S, pull something for me. Bawumia's resume. There's nothing on his resume unless somebody said the past 8 years or 10 years, and I resell free power. No, Bawumia could swimming. The swimming. I can receive him. He said, "Why expert in swimming than economics?" But Bawumia's expertise is in economics, and Mahamudu Bawumia failed when he was given the nod to prove himself. It's actually where Jimmy and Abaka said this person should still become president because he's an economist because he was given the opportunity. Unless you want to tell me, MP4 person catch him say, Bawumia resume no, he say wakosua edian, wakosua etribo. It's right now I expert in plaiting hair or whatever. And I say Bawumia or che akrakro into say there or che akrakro che economic or ye akrakro expert. So far, the anymore Bawumia resume mun say the wako school say or economist and obey vice president or head of your finances and will fail ye. Into who in their right senses will give Bawumia because you see. So, person who make a case ma Bawumia, you need to tell us Bawumia expertise. Ni expertise ni there. Dia ntini yama Bawumia be president. Dia ntini yama Ghana she Bawumia nsem. Is it because why vice president paying? And is it because Okasa is a joker? Give me a reason why we should make Bawumia president. And I yanko to abama Bawumia. Yanko to abama because or your economist. And right now he is not. And I am going to talk about money because he's what? He's a digitalization man. Give us the reason. Because answer your befa coach is on coach Black Stars. No, you share the resume. You share Juma why? Because when you share cover captain is on coach Black Stars that we always go for a technical man who knows the game. In this ever Bawumia president, tell us what Mahamudu Bawumia is an expert in. He's an expert in what? Table tennis no good ana. Because say what's about table tennis chance or tunepa. Bawumia say or to the or table tennis chance or tunepa. Enti embusa wo. Table tennis no akoye is or expert in table tennis and so expert is say or economist and so a table tennis player. So about table tennis is Bawumia dey monto money because about TT or chasie or backhand or front hand or 2 years here. They was akwa there or Africa Japanese. They was okay. They say about me, so Africa Chinese, Africa Japanese, or both table tennis into Mr. President, and get your Oba and table tennis partition, but number 2, no, and I'm Ghana, or do baby a conca, so president with the Oba. In so conca, and the Pia Bontina Mubumsa conca. Now, so on your table tennis expert, no, your economist there. Then we don't need him because he failed when he was given a nod to prove himself. Bro, ni bien who abatam look a community bank krama Bawumia because Bawumia resume and say will fail. He has no credibility. He's a liar. And see, right now he's hiding behind digitalization. Anytime Busa Ghana for say what is a Bawumia, Mr. Bawumia the resume ni. I know Busa NPP for say Yantuma Bawumia Yantuman as what? As a former vice president, but that does not qualify him to be president. You need to John Mahama in 2016 of free power. John Mahama episode about power beam. Then you John Mahama. It is how he managed the affairs of the nation. When it came to infrastructure, when it came to economy, because when John Mahama was the vice president and became the president, when he was leaving power, the dollar was at 3.4. So with the economy, we saw John Mahama was able to tame the dollar. When it came to infrastructure, John Mahama proved himself. It's John Mahama cast up a president. There were things that we could look at and say, okay, these and these are his strengths. So let's give the power to him because he can build on it. Now you became a vice president. You were in charge of the economic management team. You are an economist. You told us you can change the destiny, our economic destiny. You ended up taking the dollar from 3 and leaving it at almost 18. So I'm asking you, what makes you a preferred candidate a yemfa to me mau. That's all. Bawumia, this is Bawumia's resume. It in bese buso Bawumia say na dwuma ko na ne Bawumia resume ni. Bawumia na yaka no asem na ni. So I want to ask you, yantuma Bawumia, die enti na engineer so ntuma Bawumia. Tell me. A member of Mampusi people, Bawumia was born in Tamale, Ghana, to Alhaji Mumuni Bawumia and Hajia Mariama Bawumia. He is the 12th of his father's 18 children and the second of his mother's 5 children. Anything you know, because you have time na mission him. You try confirm tia na dia mano. You try go tia na dia. Enitra na me news ani papa wo 18 on na toss number 12. Enitra. Ni timi ya ne de. Ne nkora brem ye twa kokko na dia mano. Ye twa kokko to na dia mano. Odidi kwaro da to fo no wo ho. Enitra. It was that he's not there yet. Or da ho pra kokko ti ho. Na mum yenko enim. Now, Mahamudu Bawumia attended the Sakasaka Primary School in Tamale and gained admission to Tamale Senior Secondary School, Tamale Secondary School in 1975. After graduating from Tamale Secondary School, he went to the United Kingdom where he went to marry there, where he studied banking and obtained the Chartered Institute of Bankers Diploma. Yeah, Jimmy, that's about Bawumia Krapono. Yeah, said in Yabutra says, yeah, access the educational background. In the first adi onya Chartered Institute of Bankers Diploma, ACIB. Na Bawumia ye jana pao ye wananti mwache wali azana anti mwache. Hey, all right. Now, onya Chartered Institute of Bankers Diploma no. He was the president of the Ghana United Nations Students Association. Ghana, in 1981. Yeah, you check you and the about going in name or the dim or the dim or the one that time to me. Now, he was the president of the Ghana United Nations Students Association, GUNSA. Now, Oye Gunsar, president of Gunsar. Now, he took a first-class honors degree. The first-class honors degree in economics and at Buckingham University in 1987. And so what study? First one, obtaining Chartered Institute of Bankers Diploma. And then the second one, honorary degree in economics at Buckingham University. In economics. Hey, okay. Now he then obtained a master's degree in economics at Lincoln College, Oxford. Into economics. Miensa, yehu swimming room, yehu table tennis room, yehu home econs room, yehu life skills room, yehu carpentry, yehu religious and moral education, yehu dondology, yehu political science room. Yehu be a friend of engineering, petrochemical engineering. Yehu IT. Yehu akito. Yehu be in economics. Tie see peggy. We have to see and that to be Bawumia. Akoko economic whiskey. No. He then obtained a master's degree in economics at Lincoln College, Oxford, and obtained a PhD in economics at the Simon Fraser University, Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada in 1995. 84 documentations that our friend certification in economics. Still yehu table tennis wa ha. Yehu swimming wa ha. Yehu dondology wa ha. Yehu vernacular studies wa ha. Okay. Now yonko enim. His areas of specialization includes baby Bawumia specializing ye. Bawumia gasa reason new. This is where he specializes. I'm questioning on I'm gonna ding now. His areas of specialization include microeconomics. Yeah, the microeconomics mano or international economics. Yeah, the international economics mano or IMF. Development economics. with men see one hostel abobia do ya say kaya hostel economic development economics and monetary policy hold on kwano monetary policy sika samu hwehwayem and the dollar man 3.4 akwa we na dollar wo 17 wa bo da guys to me come Bawumia come bottom Bawumia speciality the specialization am actually no it me busa o why should we make Bawumia president we anya tenidi we anya di atam and I can tell di atam a simple question why should we make Bawumia Mahmoud Bawumia president? Is it because he's an economist? Because he basically his specialty involves microeconomics. What happened when Bawumia was the head of economic management team for 8 years, vice president, had their cabinet meetings. What happened to our microeconomics? He failed. What happened to what we call international economics? He failed. What happened to development economics? He failed. And what happened to monetary policy? He failed. So why should any intelligent person today sit in Ghana and say, Yamfa to me ma Bawumia? Hey, Mahmoud Bawumia nanka say in Ghana politics, or nanka say ofanyoma easy cry. You know why? Because technically, Bawumia came in with the right resume in 2012 to tell us to say, Ejumana mo pe obi mana ye no. Sika samu to toye. Ghana economy no, me na maba mikuta sa certification no. Eti nanka ono, nanka say nyoma ye easy mano. But because Bawumia bon on kanukure, because Bawumia is a failure, because you people cooked him, he failed when the job was given to him. John Dramani Mahama, on your economist too. But the dollar today as we speak has been stable. At least international reserve, we have enough there. At least people now have confidence in the economy. John Dramani Mahama, only PhD in economics. Anamebwa, John Dramani Mahama, only PhD in monetary policy. John Dramani Mahama. So I'm asking, adentina yentam Ghana economy ma Bawumia. And you say nimuno wa ye juma pen we faili. It's a failure. He's not fit. And you're personal. Ni pale na wa bon. On to me nye juma no. Concept na ye de de. Inti asramo. Mushiara mu musa ne se di enti ne ento aba ma wo. Banan senso BBL fanshin bi wa na meboa. And I said to say etona ye na say twem ana me na me bodam. I say say o ma I say BBL say enye and need some steez be I say BBL and chibium and I mean I'm a bodam but it's the first no I say obi a BBL and I say obi ko ye to I say ye ko ye or ye do but you see I say and shut and just say I was the first and I say your boy is interested be I say at one year for BBL maybe I say my value BBL and cost review and I mean I'm a bodam Edia me win amana be cemetery ana K Agyapong good evening and I mean I'm a bodam I just say a tour I know mokoye the BBL and I say it's out of fashion be say you see I can say okay I say oh I went to do my ass I just be as okay into the I saw the man can question to manusi sumuna so we and some keke I say and I am musa a question for BBL man because I say man BBL no I say it's out of fashion. Be say like you do, and nobody is like okay. And don't we didn't come. Oh, this one to go do is okay. Like boys in shada nya DB. I say they say a chemwa. Na say e be chem to say that's na mo be ending. Mo be try na say mo be ending because I have a problem no. Yakeka enya me. Inti ana mamon fa masa mo because be Kevin to the show so na ye ne akwa to misrem we yakeka okrum enkofo keka ye say eto na mo hye no isi ana say enye fashionable biem I say he say edim kon so girl we go do her ass okay so what be so unique so she do her ass like inti na me there it's be enkofo keka no me busa say say ana etwam a because abin wa ha bae eye sa aka ri twemu tiko bae eye that's na bako ena ka esi ano eto na ye etwam a de na mo be me hu se na me de me cannot ase men jema do si bone ne ye keka ai eyen keka ɛna mate bi ɛnyɛ sɛ mede bɛni asi obi ho ɛyɛ asɛm na aba ne yɛkeka na me so meka bi ɛtoɔ no BBL no gyesi a ne yɛse ɛnyɛ but woba ewiase baabiaa o I say na sɛ wokɔ holidays na wɔ beach na amanfoɔ ɛhyɛ I say people don't even watch biam nkɔfoɔ nhwɛ biam nti ɛsi a no ɛsi a yɛkeka keka yi yɛbɛn ne dɛn mu a ɛsi a mo akɔyɛ no wade so yɛ for life o ɛsi a no ayɛ SBBL sɛ SFBBL I say for life o nti ɛsi a na akɔyɛ for life no na ɛtwam na ɛsi a bɔgɛsi nhia biam no na ɛno yɛbɛte so a na ɛsi a deɛ yɛkeka nkɔfoɔ keka ɛno no yɛbɛn ne dɛn ayɛ asɛm ɛha me pa o something a mehu no na me read article bi na me sɛ na article ne keka say is here BBL is not fashionable again and na me broni bi na twa tin na make am say asema broni keke ndi I say mfa kwan because article na broni no broni article actually I be ready ya na me say enti me wie na me sa call internet no mo say nkofo keka enti say na etwam no dear be mo betwa mo ti ana mo betwa mo nsa ana esi ebe hia na we have a because me nim die ebe sisi on the first no na ye nam town as a boy sit one say oh this one I go doing body you say bo bi atwa ni ana wo say no I say ni atwa ni this one we go this one there it is sag small this one it be hard small I be this one check like it shift small obi so say oh this one be like like anytime she go sit there, shift, but then she walks small, then everything good just come back to then the analysis boys in come did no me ana me share anytime. Enti ana boys can so obi to me so this one there it check like it be better one because it sit for like 20 minutes it get up everything still day cheers not see jack it's still day where it day. Enti na ye come but say ano e see the to no twam no den say tattoo twam and a 20 trim. She said, dear pa bium near Baba, is a momoyo because yes, client of 1 year, client in Ekeka, client no, and I mean client to be brain. I mean, you catch almost say client of 1 me Musa Momo. Says, here, 29 fashionable be a dinner mobile. Ya why you Francis? Ya why you Francis? Yes, no. Ya per se, Uche be much there. They say a 2 enye fashionable biom no a yakodu twa ya ye to no client for no say guys na client no almost say say Agyapong Francis say say na bibia ni obi dey no mo beye dey no mo beye ai because esi say ya to dey we say ya ni nje ho biom sorry clients na ni nje ho boys keka enti esi aman komo nyina straight esi dey na beye after to no after esi be no enye dwo esi dey na beye biom we Agyapong Francis yes so cheche bi mu kire na yen hu se bia BBL no metuma change na the foforo e bia KKL ana MML ana ZZL ana PPL e bia bi foforo e bia de omde omo new product omde ba Agyapong before are tired of me. I think say the NPP as a political party Oma BBL also omo ye and I think say they are done. They bia me catch Ghana for say the NPP is done. From the time I Ghana for do ebehu say entro into me lead politics, that was the beginning of the end of the NPP. And they be a mekacha Ghana for say, adia ba kwa ya yetuma ye pa e yene say. Yetumi ebie ya adwuma yebusa questions now and yetumi eye research as Ghanaians. And for now no, I had diama NPP to use the old jandam, the old lies, atro and we do him we atem and on him we do free krum and a wakati ni petia nipa we ntia nto aba maw and our nutia enti saa de no te sia no Ghana for started say omusua de ye busa nsem a ye behu say NPP for ya trofo no they have not been able to fit into our politics when it comes to real conversation like your politics nankasa you can see clearly say the NPP is struggling. The reason why the NPP they are struggling and I say the party from the beginning, penifo mutena se party nyomi atrofo. In penifo mutena se edinka party no, they never told themselves the truth. And when they met to form this tribal party filled with tribalistic, egoistic criminals, from a political party say NPP no. They lied to the followers to the point where Omangasa ebedru point who say party nankasa shada ninjina so. Say no over Ghana. You see, there are so many people are omoferimpo say they will be known say omo NPP for. And the ultimate shani pebi ultimate kasaka bi no busan say we na first meeting no NPP ni we na first meeting no. And the moment you start to ask these questions, you start to question all these things, then it shows to say, oh, Ghana in where we do that pointer, NPP ain't to me influence so with outro. Debi Ameka say NPP ewo no kra person with di Ghana for the power. I have no problem. They can do it any day. But say NPP adwini omo say they can still use the 1992 tactics, the 1979 tactics, the 1981 tactics. Sa tactics na omudi di JJ Rawlings ADD liman mo sa tactics na omudi groupi nipa bi say nipa we mu nye nipa papa ye ne enim nyansa no sa old tactics no of ye de ye kuo we mu ye de ye ne enim ye sa de ne enye dwuma biem. And they need to understand sa tactics na mo de beba. You are never coming close to power in the next 42 years. It's a fact. No one is supposed to scream about this, because then there Ghana near or Ghana say watu abama NDC kwana na ho chire na onim the reason tia sebio nyoma bi nkoye. You will have to prove to that Ghana ni say or konyoma bi mukra nde na say enyanyama na or expect so be kuma. Can you prove to that person say you are a better alternative or more to me? That is your assignment as a political party. But you see, recently na me share World Cup na obi send the video bi breme. And that video was a video me. And that show was when Ato Forsen, John Dramani Mahama, the Roads Minister, time the president went to the UK recently about 3 weeks ago, right? Ekoshia Ghana for close to 4,000 people. Okodi nkomo chiromo so far ekruno Jumadi and Abanye di any nyoma omoye. That day when I spoke, I actually I spent time on some of the people who spoke after the president, and I think I spoke on the finance minister Ato Forsen any Nkoma Odino. And during the conversation, me can side editorial and say Ato Forsen was proving himself to Ghanaians. Na ochre Ghana for say ye the tumi amano, and that tumi na the amano is to serve the people, is to make sure say jumadi bia ye de share nsa no we deliver sa jumadi no sa de bia ye bia no. It is because of the trust that Ghana for the Major Mahama and also Paul who be man as the finance minister. And every single person, you see, the Yamkachi NPP before say if you people want to defeat my platform or find some means to tell Ghana for say Kevin Taylor, Oye Jumama John Mahama, Oye Jumama NDC. There are so many legitimate ways I'll be to my year. I'll be probably beyond him answer. But you see, 2026, a man for show, a man for etumimpo screen recording, a man for can go back and watch show. When you go cut a piece of somebody's show, now where the tea. Now what you say, no is going to change the minds of people. Say, we in ya can't ni pa we sunti, ye men to Obama NDC. Now what party we Jimmy? Only message. Then it means I control the party. It means the NPP, the soul of the party. I decide where the party will end. Senkako for president voice and Dr. Oediti to suit all messenger. He is the president of the republic. Adentra because the position in our open. Send obi kofa any government appointee or believe say sa appointee way and as a minister way and as a NDC way, he might succeed John Mahama. Na oko twist the video and oko edit the video. Emani suit wo narrative. Na nko for you say sa nipa na kasa na. There's a reason why you are doing that, because sa nipa na ebia John Mahama ni wa ono ne be president. It means it's something maybe nyansa kakra wom. Send oko fa obi a ebia John Mahama ni wo adwene o say John Mahama ni wa nipa we ne be di president or be take over now go find the voice now where the tea now catch them for say asem we na nipa we aka the end game is that sa nipa na pesa wo say no send e be ya o candidate Bawumia will get the upper hand and become president. But say when you have all the time to go pick my video, and this is not the first time. The last time I made a video back of Sam George video be almost similar Sam George about 3-4 years ago. Send the confirm me upon all the people in this government who have appointment who are appointees. All the people in this government are potential flag bearers. All the people in this government are you as an NPP mo pese mu yi o mu free ona mo be hye ho no. Sa mo skipi o mu nyina na mo confirm me video. Na mo edit na mo ka say video no Kevin Taylor say John Mohammed tuane car, then it means I control your party. That alone, someone in Nyansa can say that because the moment we do this, it makes him somebody so important to the party, and that he decides I control the party. Into your video, this is the video they came to put on the internet. Kevin Taylor, waka, and then the Kevin Taylor and say Bieda no said John Mohammed Tuanika. And he said Kevin Taylor say, so I edit the video now. Say Kevin Taylor said John Mohammed Tuanika. Does it guarantee about maybe winning election 2028? Does it guarantee that? In today's the video they edited. And I'm say, but video there's nowhere where it is saying everybody wait to you. My catch them as far as Onyankopon was free. Ama me home our mama assignment to say mo sa race sa any race sa group we more we no I should never allow you people to come to power. You cannot change it. Wait, almost be a blippy or no. John Mahama gave me just job. They cut my voice. They cut we no emma power. Emma power. I'm telling you, we emma power. So this kind of 1992 editing. Hey, Kevin Taylor said John Mahama na de Juma inti esi anoma yentoma NDC we Jimmy actually we Jimmy sa video we and the okwa class 5 for the class 6 for the ASI editing way inti we ninti no na ndipa na to abama de NDC no say oh Kevin Taylor say a video we intimate we Jimmy we am no more part we Jimmy so you people don't you still see it inti ana mu huana ayana mono munye nipa anya nipa na ayane ye nemu ana mo people ye nemu ana it you still don't get it, you still don't see the picture. So these things they don't work again. Mo giant this for nyina mo appointment ministers then therefore na me this ni me president di me minister di. And for you to skip all of them, for you to go and edit a video and say Kevin Taylor ko video abra enya no kre say eno enti eno na be den e be ma Bawumia power ewurade mo Jimmy mentina me kaje me say mo nkwara musu mo Jimmy munyina na mabodam mo NPP for you are not smart. You are one of the most foolish people on earth mo munnim nyansa wait now pe bibia defeat me akwa ade we say dey ya video na video nenu no Kevin Taylor video bi na yako joining the voice and ye catch Ghana for say John Mahama say Kevin so ejuma ma John Mahama na me ejuma John Mahama sa age Ghana kwasiafo say me ejuma ma John Mahama sa age Ghana intinka nkwasi ejuma na mo na nke ntena mo ho sempo me ejuma na na refi say otumfo na ma ejuma no otumfo say to na contract me say me nyesa ejuma no because na na me de na me ye no pe e na oda ho pe de me ye no otumfo say tutu na me do piaw eye odo a odo me a tete mu asantima am de nyini ye a minim so na do me na me ye say adwuma no ebo asanteman enti adwuma me ye no me ye e ma asanteman ye ma otumfo efisa na me pese mpuntu ba asantemamu enya John Mahama otumfo na nyanse da de tirima na me support a opempuntuo no na me ye say adwuma no ma otumfo kwasiafo mo jize we de be wini power mamo. Inti wunye sa muka we na obia wo hu aban pa ekọ no yesi video inti na eno na ebe den ebe wo obia kwoto abama Bawumia mameka bibi nkyere mo ende me be break news na kyere mo otumfo se dutu wan so me nsem amfasika nhye me nsem o me nyini wana asase so and me nyini no ena mu so otumfo odompuntio otumfo yo hini bia sebio impuntio ba ope eno ntina time na NPP te so no sebio na o stress sika nana medo se opeso ode ye de Comfort not teaching hospital na ne nana nom te seme no yenya de ayaresa intimetina ho na medwuna mu se me nana hia bibi ye say o pass ma ka che onyankopon a o ka kire de o ka kire mframa inti inso so beto a sebio emuna every edien eya na afo intimetina ho na me steady bi nana mu se me nana hia moa me nana hia mpuntio na NPP as a political party na di me nana hwambo eni ntina enne ohene kese ekọ wia ekọ sresika intimetina na se da bi meye adwuma wo ya hye na animonyam inti dia me ye nyina na me ye dia hye otumfo animonyam ama mpuntio abefie na mo asantifo ni bi ni NPP fo ni bi mo agimi